Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is Epic Squared here with my first video and discussion for our expectations of Dragon Ball Super. I am joined here tonight by iVoltGaming.
What is up everybody? And yeah, my name's iVoltGaming and let's get right into this discussion now. I'm going to ask you, Epic, what do you expect from the series? We've already seen episode 1. It's pretty much just showing us, how our characters are going 6 months after the end of the Majin Buu saga, and we already have episode 2 confirmed to be Vegeta's a little vacation going on, kind of like a family trip, I guess, and he seemed pretty pissed off. And by episode 5, we're actually gonna have Goku squaring off with Beerus on King Kai's planet, but the thing is, we don't know if there's gonna be like a time skip or anything as of yet. But the way it is now is actually 4 years before it was actually supposed to happen, like in Battle of Gods. So what do you think of this development?
Well, I think, first of all, the intro, as I've seen so far, has been pretty damn great, and I've got high hopes for this series. However, we can already tell that Vegeta is obviously pissed because of his vacation, and obviously that's because he spends all day, every day, pretty much just training. He just trains all day, every day.
I can just imagine he's like, Goku's training, he's gonna get ahead of me. Oh, no. These people, get them away. I'm not very social. When I get social, I tend to blow things up.
Yeah, his life goal is to, of course, be better than Kakarot and to beat Kakarot into the ground. This, as you just told me, Beerus and Goku squaring off again. Quite interesting. And yeah, you're right, we don't know if there's going to be a time skip or not.
Do you know what this means? If this is actually happening 4 years before, I already know what Dragon Ball Super is going to be. So if they actually do this means that they have 4 extra years to fit in extra things, which means by the end of Dragon Ball Z, they can actually fit all of this in properly, instead of, going all the way to Resurrection F, which is like 5 years after, Buu Saga, I think.
Yep.
And, with this, they win because of, extra, I guess, allocated time in the Dragon Ball Z universe, their time. And, yeah, they don't have to tamper with the ending of Dragon Ball Z. And then, I don't know if GT can still happen, because it's not canon, obviously, and many people hate it, but, so...
I'm sort of hoping that they bring out maybe some of the Super Saiyan form, like Super Saiyan 4 out of GT, and try and put it into Super, or something.
Like yeah, honestly, the way I think about it, that'd be pretty cool to recycle Super Saiyan 4, but do you still want the same way to achieve that form, like them forgetting their tails pulled out? Because I don't think that could happen at this stage. How do you think they could access Super Saiyan 4? Well, it's quote-unquote Super Saiyan 4, this version of Super Saiyan 4 anyway.
Well, as we've seen in Battle of the Gods, Goku has already reached Super Saiyan God form, and now in Fukatsu no F there's Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So I think that might cancel out the idea of Super Saiyan 4 in GT.
It could, because obviously we've seen Goku and GT use the normal Super Saiyan form, but if everything is changing as of now in Resurrection F, could things turn out differently, is what I mean. Because does this mean that there's just too much, my mind can't comprehend it. So if you think about it this way, right, Battle of Gods was supposed to happen 4 years after, right?
Yep.
And it's happening now. And Resurrection of F happened 1 year after Battle of Gods was supposed to happen. So in 5 years time, Frieza's gonna show up, right? But Goku and Vegeta will probably get like so strong that when Frieza shows up, probably train for like a year or something. Who knows? Like, I don't know. Or he could just show up and just get decked into the ground.
Yeah, well, there's that. But after seeing some of the Japanese dub of Fukatsu no F, it has been... Well, you do see both of them attain, spoilers alert, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form. And obviously, after having seen this footage, you do see the outcome of Frieza's resurrection and his training prior to the resurrection of Frieza, of course.
But what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, you've seen Battle of the Gods just before Fukatsu no F. He does attain Super Saiyan God form.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, he has to attain by... Well, in the movie, he attains by taking on the power of 5 Saiyans, 5 other Saiyans.
Yeah.
Having said that, the way that they attain Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan form seems quite different in that regard, and I don't want to spoil it, but in Fukatsu no F, Frieza does obviously lose because of his lack of training his new golden form.
Yeah, his stamina took quite a hit when he achieved it. Also, one thing I want to mention to you, Epic, is there's the lack of Pan, obviously, because, you know, unless, you know, Gohan and Videl are doing the do right now as we speak, in, you know, for some strange reason, there's not going to be any Pan to do the ritual with. So we're going to have two choices left, right? They're either going to make Turbo, like, completely canon by, you know, reintroducing him in Battle of Gods, and there was no official, you know, how do I put it, there's no official confirmation on that at all. Nothing's been said about Turbo. Or they're going to, you know, change the ritual itself, which is a pretty good possibility. They could just have 4 Saiyans around the 5th. You know, it wouldn't make that much of a difference. It would cover the plot hole, I guess, with the ritual. Like, they could change it, they could do whatever the hell they want.
It's an open book in that case. However, for Dragon Ball Super, the possibilities at this moment in time seem quite
what
endless.
I want to see is, I guess, a different version of Goku and Vegeta. I mean, if you've seen the Universe 6 trailer thing, right?
Yes.
Where they showed off Champa and the female Whis.
I want to mention that, yeah.
They're literally different incarnations of Beerus and Whis. So what's this? Could this mean that the whole world, the whole of Universe 6 is completely parallel? Because they already mentioned Super Dragon Balls. Yeah. And that parallels our Dragon Ball. So will we have some parallels of Goku and Vegeta there? Will we have a Gohan that kept training? Like, the possibilities, man.
See, I know this is quite generic, but I'm half expecting at some point for there to actually be a rift between these two universes, and for something, I don't know, probably god-awful.
Can you imagine them merging?
That would be terrible.
That would cause such a cataclysm.
Yeah.
But what I really want to see in Dragon Ball Super, if they're going to introduce Champa with Beerus, like if they both come to Earth, it'd be pretty badass if Vegeta wants Super Saiyan God as well, because this would move the plot further, because that would explain how Vegeta got Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, because to get to that form, you have to absorb the God power first into yourself and then train yourself to master that form. So you pretty much utilize God Ki with your Super Saiyan form. And honestly, like, there's not really that much we could talk about in terms of expectations. We just don't want any character to be left behind, kind of like in GT, where it was like Quaman said in one of his videos, it was just Goku time, pretty much. That's what GT standard for, because everybody just kept getting ragdolled around until Goku arrived. Then he gets ragdolled for a bit, and then he turns Super Saiyan 4 and wrecks them.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was. Yeah. But, any final words?
Well, first of all, I'd like to ask the viewers what they expect from Dragon Ball Super, what they're looking forward to, and if anything, what they expect to happen with any blowbacks from the Dragon Ball Z universe. So I'd like for them to leave that in the comments section, and also subscribe to iVoltGaming if they haven't already. But final words being, I'm quite looking forward to see if they've brought any new or more powerful forms, as they've done countless times before with Vegeta and Goku. But I'd also like to see whether Vegeta reaches Super Saiyan 3. I don't think he will, because obviously the trend seems that he keeps copying Kakarot with that. And
honestly, Vegeta is a fighter, right? He'd probably see through form after Goku was using it, and probably be like he'd be like, that form is useless, it drains too much ki, it's not useful in battle. I mean, why would you use it after seeing Goku lose all of his ki? I mean, you could train it, but there'd still be the ki drain.
And now in Fukatsu no F, he's attained Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, so I'd like to bid the viewers and yourself, iVolt, a very good night, and please leave comments below on what your thoughts of this discussion and your expectations are. Thank you, good night.
Peace.